it's like a weight lifts off your shoulders in a way that is hard to describe. So it would be my utter joy. My heart would be bigger. I feel like I wanted to shift the moon, man.
This is the gas. And this is the thing that makes your energy go up. Here's what we're talking. Over here is skill. And you combine that with service in pursuit of $1. What we are telling ourselves and what we've been trained to think is that this dollar is the gateway toward enjoying life. And so we spend most of our time doing these two things so that we can get this, so that we can take the minority of our time, what we have left, to enjoy it. That's why we have songs like Working for the Weekend. That's why so many people are saving up to go on vacation, and people can't wait until it's Friday, and so on. And so the challenge, and we've talked about this, if we're doing all of this, ultimately it creates a gap, like where we have burnout because we're not enjoying ourselves. And what's happening then, like this ends up just being therapy. Like by the time we get to the vacation, by the time we get to Friday, like there's a crashing that's happened. The goal here is to bring this over here. Now, what you enjoy is tied into that thing that you're spending a good portion of your time to do. And so instead of draining and having this downward spiral of energy and you losing your energy, you're instead, the enjoyment, because it's built in, is beginning to do something different. It's beginning to kind of take your energy in the other direction. And when you have the enjoyment and the skill, but you don't have that service connection, that's when you have drought, because you're not maximizing what you could. And so you're not able to actually shift all the way into that space because you don't have enough clientele, a big enough audience, etc. Or you just haven't had the system. So that's where the systems come into place to get that. If you have enjoyment and service and the skill set is not quite there, there's incompetence. And ultimately, that's where your reputation is. So it's figuring out, hey, what are the gaps that I need in order to be able to deliver the services that I enjoy doing. This is, I'm going to call it the O niche, but it is the optimal niche. Everybody's at a different place in life, but I know, Ulrich, one of the things you're saying, there's a new job happening. There's a bunch going on. You got a baby coming. There's a lot happening. The thing I will say, though, is that one of the things that I've been trying to do, there is never a good time. And this is for all of us, I think. And there's never going to be a good time. There's always going to be a reason. And so what we need to do is figure out that the faster that we can bring this into here, and the faster we can begin to build the systems that will connect what we enjoy with what we're already good at to a service that we can provide, the faster that we can get to a place where we're not chasing this stuff anymore, but it's actually, this is producing the dollars as a natural byproduct, goes to supplement and give us more freedom and more joy. For those of you who kind of know this already, what you would enjoy doing and where that overlaps with your service, and as you think about, here's my ideal client given this, and where my service is going to be most meaningful, I want to say, let's take the next 60 seconds, 2 minutes actually. Think about that moment. Think about your ideal client and the impact you're going to have on their life and the transformation that it's going to have in life and how that's going to make you feel. So there are people waiting for you. I want you to think about their emotion. I want you to think about what this does in their life outside of your interaction with them, how this affects their relationships. It could affect their wallet. It could affect their mental health.
So my person is, so I'm based in narcissistic abuse, domestic violence, and drug addiction. So my ideal client, the person I see, is the underdog, the one who's lost but running on autopilot, feels alone in a crowded room, and feels like they're the only person that's dealing with this, and how or where is there anything to help, so they bury it and just move forward automatically. Yeah, they need to be seen, let them know that they're loved and that it's possible to move forward even though it seems like you can't right now.
First of all, thank you. Who gets the sense that Sarah knows her audience very well? As you think about impacting them, how does that make you feel? As you think about what it means to walk them out of this space. Talk about that.
I know how it would have impacted me if I had somebody that could have walked alongside me and given me a hand up. Like if I'd have found that person in my worst moments, man, it's like a weight lifts off your shoulders in a way that is hard to describe. So it would be my utter joy. My heart would be bigger. I feel like I wanted to shift the moon, man.
This is the gas. And this is the thing that makes your energy go up, that makes you like, so when you take time and you're really thinking about these things, because you're going to meet resistance, you're going to have all these, you're going to have time, you're going to have self-doubt, you're going to have all these things that are going to come into your life that are going to try to keep you in a place where you're taking your skill, combining it with service, working for money, so that eventually that you can enjoy your life. But when you can get to this place, like, that's a sweet spot.
I was stuck for a long time trying to figure out exactly what steps to do. I had this vague idea in my mind, and now I'm so privileged. I feel grateful that I'm in a group with people who want to learn how to be themselves, build systems to bless the world, and ultimately also make money doing it, but have fun. And if you need to be in this place, comment. Let's talk. If you know somebody who's been sitting on the edge of their dream for a minute and needs to be around people who are starting to do it and are starting to think it, believe it, be who God called them to be, comment below and let's chat. Thanks for watching. Feel free to share. Sharing is caring. All right, next time.